What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. You already know. Okay, I am in the building, honey, because I got a tip from one of my subscribers that I needed to check out the Juan and Carmon, honey. Shout out to Mama Joyce. I needed to check out their speak on it. Okay, now we know these two are some shady, shisty creatures. I knew that both of them was gonna talk about Porsha, because we know, honey, they don't like Miss Porsha. Miss Porsha, Miss Porsha. Porsha. They don't like Porsha. I was really, looking at that Carmon, honey. Juan, I caught him. He was trying to play it neutral a little bit. Juan, you tried it, honey. Okay, you wasn't too neutral, but whatever. Miss Robinson caught it. But yeah, Carmon was saying her little shit. I'm gonna get with you, Carmon, honey. Okay. I'm going to play the audio, you guys, from the speak on it, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
All of a sudden, Marlo.
She came out of nowhere.
Well, she started in the kitchen with Kandi and she's like, well, I want to know the truth. And, and Kandi's like, well, what does it matter?
So why do you think it matters?
I think it matters, to be honest, because the things that allegedly happened, if it would have been anyone else.
We're going to say allegedly.
Allegedly. I was not there.
Okay. We wasn't there, allegedly.
But the things that they're talking about that happened in Charleston, allegedly.
Well, I would say allegedly because I don't want anybody coming after the Ken Bryce.
And I don't want anybody coming after the Brand. So, allegedly what they said happened, then Kenya or anybody else that would happen to, this would have been a big deal.
It would have been. They wouldn't have let Kenya. Now, I love Kenya. I do. But, yeah, they would have roasted her.
They would have roasted her. She would have been all kind of whores.
Oh, well, she's been all type of whores.
She has acted like a whore, okay? A hoe. You a hoe. You know you a hoe. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That is our residential hoe song on this channel, honey. You already know, okay? But yeah, Kenya came on here flirting with Apollo. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth, but Miss Robinson gotta take you back down memory lane, okay? You wouldn't have never been called all types of whores, Kenya, if you didn't get on here acting like one, flirting with Apollo, trying to meet with him alone, after Phaedra told you several times to back up off my man, hussy. I don't want you texting him. You was texting the man, hey babe, okay, hey babe, shout out to OG. I think she sent him a text like that, very inappropriate. You don't text nobody husband talking about some hey babe. And that's why Apollo was able to lie on her, you guys, and kind of get away with it, because it kind of sounded, believable at that time. So that's another story, honey, for another day. And Apollo was wrong for that. But yeah, Kenya, you were wrong. And I do not like how they are telling this. They are telling this in a way of, well, if it was Kenya, everybody would put her on blast, and everybody, no. This is a different situation. This is a bachelorette party. What happens, in the dungeon. It was a dungeon bachelorette party. The girls were having a good time. They turned those cameras off, allegedly, honey. I still would never trust this type of situation, honey. I wouldn't do nothing freaky. Not around you whores, okay? Because I know y'all like to talk and use folks for storylines, honey, okay? But that's, that's just how my mind works, honey, okay? But, it's just two different things. Kenya had no right, okay, in my opinion, to keep, insinuating that Porsha slept with Bolo, whatever. I don't care what she did. And you go hear Carmon, you go hear her, she gonna keep saying, well, we do care about what Porsha did in the dungeon. No, some of us don't. Some of, you all have carried this on for way too long because you all lack sufficient storylines, okay? You all lack credible storylines. That's why you got Drew reaching for straws with all this BS with the Prophet and Toya and like child. So y'all already know, okay? Y'all know what these women do when they don't have no storylines. It takes you back to season 9 when they didn't have no damn storylines and all of a sudden everybody was a lesbian. And I was like, child, now y'all know the season 10, it was a different type of theme. You want to know why? You want to know why? Because my girl, Miss Nene Leakes, honey, was in the building. And with Nene, we don't need no story, no fake storylines like that. Okay, you gonna always get the real, okay? So, yeah.
Let's be real. They called her all type of whores. And so, I think
everybody is more like, but if this, because even Marlo, it's kind of Marlo like, well, I done been called a call girl.
I would say Marlo been called a couple of whores too.
So I think.
Well, hell, was it Marlo hooking up with the sugar daddies for the money? Like, wasn't that something that she was known for doing? I'm just saying, like, some of this is part of these people's real life. Okay? I'm just saying, nobody really, in my opinion, can talk about anybody. That's just me.
I think for both of them, they like, well, what's the real truth then? Like, let's call the pot on the kettle black. Let's call a spade. I didn't say that.
Well, that's kind of what they were saying.
So I think that's why Marlo.
Okay, not a whore, but if you had sex allegedly with Bolo, then say you did.
So it gets, they get to the to sit down, and Marlo is like, so. I feel like there's some stuff that's being said and some things happening. We get to help it. Marlo starts to have this conversation. It gets really tense, really fast.
Right. Because she brings Frida in.
So why do you feel like it got really tense really fast?
And really quickly before Carmen gets to that, honey, what is up with Marlo? Why she gotta keep phoning a damn friend when she needs to confront these damn ladies? Okay, it was Nora. What was it? On this past episode, it was Big Frida, the episode before that. Like, damn. Okay, next it'll be Mama Joyce. Next it'll be Andy Cohen. Andy, can you explain to me why Porsha is saying all this stuff about me? Like, Marlo loves to bring other folks into it, honey. That's just so funny to me. I be getting nervous.
I think it's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Okay. Speak on it.
I do. I think it's a lot of feelings behind the scenes. We talked about it, like how they feel like if it was me, I have to deal with it. I mean, let's be real. It's a show. Mm-hmm. It's work. We all come to work. We all have to present and show our life. And whatever happens.
I think that Kenya has her own argument. Marlo has her own argument. They bring Frida in.
Kenya don't got no damn argument. Kenya did this, and I don't care what any of you all say. She did this to get back at Porsha because Porsha made up with Nene last season, and she didn't like that. And y'all noticed last season when Nene kept trying to make up with Kenya and squash, whatever beef that they had, Kenya never wanted to do that because Kenya is strategic, and she's always using somebody for a storyline, i.e. Mark, i.e. Brooklyn, i.e. this season Porsha. The next season it may be one of her dogs. I don't know.
Into it, and then it's a whole bunch of MFs and Bs, and it goes.
So why did she just get mad, Marlo? Just go off and then tell everybody.
Her thought is, if this is my friend, just like we're friends. Yeah, you should tell me the truth.
You gonna tell me, right?
Some stuff.
Yeah, you gonna tell me, because I get them late calls.
Some stuff.
Yeah, so
you don't get no late calls.
You do be calling me in too. Okay, clear up the late calls. You call me
before.
Okay, well, okay, before. Let's get that straight. Before, you would call me and we would share.
Yeah.
As friends, you share.
Yeah.
So if you're friends, if you're true friends, you share.
So it goes left. Marlo is storming out.
But I'm going to take the other side and say, I do understand why Porsha was a little upset that the friendship happened between Kenya. And although I would say I don't think it was planned, it doesn't appear to be planned, like anybody got together so they could get, you know, go against Porsha. I just think that it was long overdue that they finally just put a stop to all the.
So why do you feel like she has a valid reason to be upset with Porsha?
Not really, because I think the whole show, everyone has made up and broke up, and that's just how it goes. Like, that's how the friendships go. Everybody get upset, next season they're okay, or not. But still, I don't think that was a big deal. I just think Porsha may have made it a big deal to kind of get off the...
so you feel like she's deflecting?
Yeah, I feel like she deflected. I don't feel like she wanted to.
The part Porsha is playing that I don't like is she is not being honest about her feelings. If you feel a way about Marlo hooking up with Kenya and you feel like, you know, them being friends is causing you not to trust Marlo, you feel like Marlo is moving different, which is what has came out of Porsha's mouth thus far. You should just admit to it. But no, you know, Porsha keeps trying to hide her feelings, and you guys, she's doing a very bad job at that. You know, even for those of us that like Porsha, we don't like, you know, the unnecessary stuff that she is doing on the show.
Deal with the issue of Bolo.
Okay.
So let's deflect, and I'm upset with you, Marlo, because you've become friends with Kenya. Because what I don't get is...
Carmen, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Would you want somebody to drag you on a show all season long? Well, I don't want to say all season, but the second half of the season. Would you want somebody accusing you of having sex with a stripper, whether you did it or not? Okay? I'm pretty sure you would not want that. You wouldn't want to keep hearing about that. To me, you guys, they are very biased. You know, they're not really putting themselves in Porsha's shoes. I personally do not feel that Porsha, if she did, you know, sleep with Bolo, I don't feel like it was a good idea. But like I said before, who the hell cares? Okay, like, who cares? The girl says she didn't do it. Let's move on to, you know, a storyline that we can actually see is real and, you know, we know is factual and true. I can't do the rumors and the lies and the like, I don't like when we keep accusing somebody of something and there's no proof. That's not exciting to me. So, you know.
She was friends with Kenya and that was a point that Marlo made. She was friends with Kenya when Marlo wasn't.
No,
and they were able to have a friendship, and Marlo still had to be her friend while she was friends with Kenya. So I think they all have been friends with someone that the other person didn't talk to. Yeah. And so if it's okay for you to do it and it's not a big deal, then it should be okay for Marlo to be friends with Kenya and you not have but I do understand that she didn't know how it was gonna go.
It was very interesting because
I think it's more or less the timing of it. The time that Kenya and Marlo all of a sudden became friends. All I know is, and I will stick to what I'm saying, Kenya didn't want to be cool with Marlo last season because Nene was around. A big reason why she was able to forgive Marlo is because Nene was nowhere around. I do think that Kenya and Marlo, you know, they both wanted to kind of put the bullshit to the side because it's like, who wants to keep arguing over petty stuff, you know, in front of the girls and in front of the viewing audience.
I had like 2 moments when I watched this conversation, I'm not gonna lie. I had one moment where I was like, all of this, I was like, this looked like South Africa with Marlo and Sheree.
It did.
No, it wasn't even... That's, oh my God, season 4 of Housewives of Atlanta. Are you kidding me? That was epic between Marlo and Sheree. Marlo and Porsha, That's not, It's annoying with them going at it, and it's because of the reasons they're going at it. See, back then, season 4, classic Real Housewives of Atlanta had real storylines. Marlo was pretty much coming on at that time as the criminal. You know, she had been in jail a whole bunch of times. She had a sketchy past. Do you see what I'm saying? She's new amongst all these women. They're judging her and her past, her fashion. Like, we had so much more, you know, to go off of. We don't have nothing. All we got this season is this tired ass Bolo storyline that Kenya done drummed up. Okay, and it was really fun seeing the girls, you know, have a good time at that bachelorette party. And then they always go dark. Okay, and that's why I told y'all girl Kenya, she needs to go to Lifetime. Do that Lifetime movie character shit over there. Okay? But yeah, to me, they go too far. It's going back to season 9. We're going down the wrong road. You know, to me, they get a hold of a storyline and they just stick with it because nobody else has anything else legitimately going on. So, child, don't you dare compare Sheree and Marlo to Porsha and Marlo getting into it.
I have no idea why Marlo is so pressed. Marlo and I are not friends. What's the problem?
And even then, Marlo hasn't changed. Marlo really hasn't changed because Marlo blew up like that. You want to know why? She blew up like that on Sheree because Sheree excluded her. Marlo has an issue with being excluded. That is what Porsha is doing. Y'all remember Marlo kept apologizing to Porsha at that table, and I think she had even reached out before they all got together, you know. Do you see what I'm saying? All of it is because Porsha, refused to call her back. Porsha refuses to really acknowledge her at the table. I don't know what you talking about, knowing damn well she know what Marlo talking about. You know, that's why Marlo is getting, you know, amped up and she ready to act out. Okay?
It was a point when I was watching this where Porsha, she gave me a former castmate.
Yeah.
She gave me like somebody and I was like, oh, they went real victim and stuff on this. Hold on. This got
No. Because she plays victim a lot.
I'm nobody's victim, baby.
Now, one thing I can say about Porsha, she can flip the story and create whatever narrative she wants. She's very
Carmen,
good.
you just picked.
And so can the Kandi Coated Clique, honey. I don't like the Kandi Coated Clique. I do not like how Kandi uses them to do her dirty work. Them speaking on it is another way of them doing that, you know. We're going to read, honey, some of the comments, honey. Let's read what the people is saying, honey, before we continue. All right, so one person says, Porsha and Kenya stopped being friends when Porsha got her big sis Nene back, and she got in the middle of Tanya and Kenya's beef. Yeah, but at the same time, Kenya was being very nasty to Tanya. Porsha was really close with Tanya, and if you're really close with somebody, I just feel like you're not gonna allow them to attack your friend like that. It wasn't even like a fair fight what Kenya was doing. Kenya be knowing who to pick with. She don't do that shit with Marlo. Marlo from the hood. Nene too. You know, Nene don't play that shit either. So she has certain people. She'll pick on her little friend Cynthia. She got all types of shady stuff. She'll be stabbing Cynthia in the back too. Hopefully y'all know that that's coming up. Oh, I'm sorry. It's already happened. But I see it in the future, honey. I see things, okay? Y'all know I'm a psychic. Another person says, maybe it's just me, but I could care less of who my friend is in the bed with. As long as it's not mine, we're good. I agree. Another person says, just because you're friends doesn't mean you have to share all of your business. No one ever tells their friends and family everything. I agree. Another person says, when I saw Juan and Carmon, all I could do is think of Phaedra. I don't argue with the help. That's funny. Another person says, this is so biased. Juan, or whatever his name is, and the other girl don't even like Porsha, so please spare me. I agree. They had never, to me, really liked Porsha. And when it all went down with Kandi on that season 9, even before the reunion hit, they kept like coming at Porsha. I noticed some different things. And maybe, was that season 9? Yeah, I'm thinking that was season 9. Porsha doesn't have to admit anything to anybody. What she chooses to do with her kitty is her business. I agree. Another person says, I don't like Kenya's theatrics. But I had to agree when she said that if it was her in the room with Bolo, they would have never, ever let it die. No, don't nobody give a damn. Another person replies to that and says nobody would have cared, and they definitely wouldn't have taken it as far as Kenya has taken it. I agree, okay? I haven't heard any of the women say anything about Kenya's marriage this season. Exactly. You know, Porsha could say all types of stuff. She's really kind of not in a position to say anything because of what's going on with her and Dennis, honey, but that's her story for another day. But nevertheless, she ain't said nothing. You know, she could be shady and be saying shit, you know. As a matter of fact, Kenya and Drew called out LaToya for spreading Kenya's business. Another person says if it was dragged on like how it's being dragged on now, it would have had the same result. People would stop caring because it's overly being dragged. It's annoying at this point. I agree. Another person says Cynthia has been non-existent this season. She really wasn't involved in the group. Yeah, Cynthia needs to leave the show. She really should leave the show. Another person says, Carmen, not everyone is obsessed with the Bolo storyline. As a matter of fact, some of us are way over it. I agree. I am very much so over it. I think it's tired, delayed, through. It's lazy. It's one of them lazy storylines, honey, because don't nobody got nothing going on. Okay? Another person says, you're right. Juan and Carmon, all the stuff that Kenya has said through our past history, aka episodes, she reveals truths and teas. That's why Phaedra, Porsha, and Nene have problems with her because they always are trying to sit around, hide stuff, or fake the truth. Okay, you're saying that they are faking the truth, but yet Kenya is the one in a non-existent marriage, but won't file for divorce. But child, I could go on and on, but I won't do that. I'm going to be professional and do my job and keep reading. Remember when Porsha first season and Kenya called her out about getting $500 allowance from her husband Cordell, and then the next season she used that as her storyline, the mistreatment by Cordell, SMH. Hell, he was mistreating her. That wasn't, no, Porsha and Cordell's storyline was an accurate storyline. They were married. That man disrespected her. He didn't allow her to be, who she wanted to be. Porsha, in my opinion, was with that man for the wrong reasons. I think she was with him for the money. And it got to the point where, he didn't want her to work or really want her to do anything for herself. It became all too much for her. And that's why that relationship ended. So, I mean, that was an accurate storyline because that was her real life. And at least we saw, interaction with Cordell and, Porsha was actually married. To me, I don't get that from Kenya, you guys. I don't like her and Mark. Like, it does not seem like a real marriage. I'm not being shady. Ain't no shade, ain't no tea. That's just what I get. Another person says Porsha is a true cancer. They will lie, gossip, and do things to you. The nerve! Miss Robinson is a cancer, honey. I would never. But don't you dare do it to them. You better not, honey. Okay, we don't play that shit. The lying part is crazy, even when you both know the truth. Porsha and my mother share the same birthday. I'm very familiar with them. Shame on you, lady. Don't be taking it out on all cancers, honey, okay? Another person says, editing. They do an amazing job with painting Porsha in this angel light. What do you all think of that? Y'all think that that's true? She has done many things, but she never gets checked for it by her delusional fans. What do y'all think of that? They said that, Porsha received some type of special favor, some type of favoritism on the show. I see a little bit of that. Another person says this is one of the shadiest recaps. Marlo left. Kenya leaves all the time. That's the one thing Kandi hates about Kenya. All right, honey. Let's get back to Don, Juan, and Carmon, honey. Let's get back to them, honey. Okay?
I know I just hate Porsha. That's what everybody
You do.
But I'm going to speak the truth. I will tell you how I feel. Some things are going to be for Porsha. Some things may be against Porsha. It's just how I see it.
Okay.
And it's nothing against her. It's just how I see it.
Yeah.
But I think she can create, whatever storyline she wants. I think she didn't want to discuss Bolo.
Okay.
Whatever happened, seemed like something happened, if you ask me. But she didn't want to talk about it. And that's fine. I think she should have just said that.
I don't know, that dinner, I was like, Big Frida sitting over there like...
Well, Big Frida was like, I wouldn't deal with the mess.
She did. She was like, I wouldn't deal with it. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was interesting. Even Kandi had to be like, so what if it did happen?
Right.
Just whatever, and we move on. Shamia chimed in, and Shamia is going to go hard at things.
Oh, whatever, because we got Kandi on the... What did I tell y'all in my last video? They showed that clip. It was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. They showed a clip where Kandi was basically telling Marlo that Porsha and Bolo screwed. Okay, they kind of bleeped some stuff out, but Kandi shouldn't even have been, speaking on that if you're trying to stay neutral. Okay, see, stuff like that keeps the shit going. And the camera crew caught it, okay? So, you got Kenya doing what she do. You got Kandi playing her role, too. I see another season 9, you guys. And it's unnecessary because season 9 was so dark. It was a good season, here and there. But to me, it just got really dark after that. They were declassing the show. Shout out to Nene Leakes, honey. The star of Housewives, honey. Okay, if you didn't know. You already know.
Oh my God, like dirt hard in the paint.
she can't even speak on
it. She is a rider.
What? That Bolo man no Porsche for real. For real.
That shit on me. Y'all over the top of me.
Okay, listen, I don't even fucking want to get into it. I don't even want to say, I don't even know what to say. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? You're not supposed to say nothing like you've been doing. Nothing.
Why?
She's been doing a great job.
Now, damn that. And we're going to lie on this because it's your friend.
You feel like you're going light on it?
But then, what I don't get, and it's all off topic, honey, but they don't say shit about her going hard for her friend, but when we go hard for our friend, it's a problem. Like, I thought you're supposed to go hard for your friend.
I mean, I want my friend to go hard as me, but
so I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah, but y'all ain't on the damn show, Don, Juan, and Carmon. Y'all be trying to, be important and stuff, okay? Kandi be using y'all. I didn't like the one scene I saw, and I'm thinking this was season 9 where Kandi and Porsha had some drama. Y'all remember when Don Juan was eavesdropping on Porsha and Phaedra talking about the money situation with Todd and the exercise video he was supposed to produce for her. He got all in the middle of that, so... There's riding for your friend, and then there's like being a big ass instigator, and that is what Don, Juan, and Carmon did that season. Matter of fact, I may pull up the clips and do a little video, but yeah, both of them, they are messy. A lot of people have been complaining about Shamia overly riding for Porsha. It looks like that, and you know what? I told y'all I'm a a fan of Porsha a little bit. I don't like her all like that, okay? But, you know, I do have some like for her. And season 9, yeah, she took Phaedra's side over Shamia's. She sure did. Because Phaedra told Porsha that Shamia and Kandi was screwing. Y'all remember that? And Porsha didn't deny it. She didn't say, well, no, Shamia wouldn't do something like that. And she, she was kind of like bobbing her head to the beat, honey. So, yeah, a lot of people was just like, Shamia is overly, riding hard for Porsha. Would Porsha really do it for her? And survey says, honey, look back at season 9. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't have Shamia's back like that, okay? But this is a point I want to make, because they go bring up, they're gonna bring up the fact that Shamia is Kandi's friend too, and Shamia came on the show through Kandi and da 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 da. I believe that may have happened, but I believe that Porsha and Shamia already, from what I heard Kandi say out of her own mouth. Okay, I heard her say this. This was some seasons back. She said she met Shamia through Porsha. Period. So it don't matter if Kandi brought Shamia on the show, because Kandi has been on the show longer than Porsha. So that may be true, but the relationship is between Porsha and Shamia. They are the ones that were like really close and really cool. So of course, Shamia is going to have more loyalty to Porsha than Kandi. And I don't blame Shamia, because look at Kandi's whack-ass friends, okay? Juan and Carmon, honey. Look at how they act, and, they be having her back. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's y'all friend. But to me, like I said, they be, putting a face and shit, that ain't got nothing to do with them sometimes. A lot of stuff ain't got nothing to do with them, and they get all involved, like it's their situation. I'm just saying. So, I mean, it only makes sense that Shamia rides hard for Porsha, because the relationship is more or less with Porsha. But, Shamia, girl, you still need to tread lightly. Y'all need to tighten up y'all situation. You need to make sure Porsha, will have your back. Because like I told y'all in my last video, there's something about Porsha in her relationships that's a little bit off, where there is not any clarity. Y'all look at the situation with Dennis. Y'all remember what Dennis said? I didn't even know we broke up. Like, huh? So do you see what I'm saying? Like, Porsha, honey, boo-boo, oatmeal pie face. That ain't good when people don't know what's going on, honey, okay? So Porsha got some issues, though, in them relationships. I will say that. She needs to make sure she got Shamia back, because Shamia got her back, and it's only right, okay?
Shamia gonna jump in it for Porsha.
Exactly.
And I was like, nah, I'm sorry, but a few years ago when she was like,
what?
When all of that, when they were sitting at the table,
Why would you sit there? Like, why would you do that?
and they was insinuating,
We saw it.
her friend didn't go hard for her then.
Where was your loyalty to Shamia?
She did.
Girl, hi, yeah.
But she go hard in the paint. I love it. But I'm just saying, it's so funny
She
because
didn't get that in return. Well, Kenya said that maybe on another episode, but Kenya did say
but like, it's very much where, that's the thing where they be like, girl, and Kenya be like, shut up, because she ain't doing this for you.
But you think that too?
I feel like, she close to both of them.
But the part added on to it, though, and you was like, oh, she's close to Kandi and Todd.
Because if you want to spill some behind the scenes tea,
Okay, not behind the scenes tea.
I'm just asking.
You spill it. Spill it.
Shamia is Porsha's friend on the show.
Okay.
But how did Shamia get on the show?
Kandi Coated.
It wasn't her friend that got her on the show. So,
Well,
when friends like, who needs an enemy?
right.
All I know is I saw Shamia with Porsha since season 5. She was at that charity event. I was like, well, damn. I remember I was just watching it out the blue, and I was like, oh, they really go back, and they had been friends for years. Porsha introduced her as her friend. So I think that he full of shit right now, because I feel like Porsha would have had that girl on the show, whether she came in through Kandi or whatever. Porsha had that girl at her charity event. She had her at different events. I seen it. So to me, he's trying to be messy and make it look like, well, Kandi is the one, that always, would bring her around. And that's not necessarily true. Yeah, Kandi may have brought her to the show. But when I seen that girl, she was with Porsha. And evidently, she liked Porsha more because she be having Porsha's back more. Okay? Because she feel like Kandi be full of shit. And I don't blame Shamia for that, because if you feel a way about somebody, you kind of feel like you don't really trust, how somebody is moving, and why, take their side and have they back when you know that the Kandi Coated Clique, honey, is full of ish. Okay, full of bullshiggity, honey. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, you went there.
So I'm just asking.
You going there today, huh?
I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we about to talk.
So I think, that's where it got tense, and then they got, and it got a little,
So you saying Shamia don't ride as hard for Kandi, and she hard?
She don't need to, because Kandi got y'all. Kandi got Ty. Kandi got Mama Joyce, okay? And I told y'all, I feel like Shamia's relationship is with Porsha. I feel like she had known Porsha before the show. She didn't know Kandi all like that. Okay, and I told y'all, I heard Kandi say out of her mouth, I met Shamia, and I'll look for the clip. I met Shamia through Porsha. Period. And we all know in relationships, whoever knows that person first and longer, the primary relationship will be between those two. Not on a motherfucker you met through, Kandi met Shamia through Porsha. It ain't gonna be the same. So, what do y'all want? Okay, they want Kandi to be the people's champ so bad, honey, but no. Person ain't got a relationship with you like that. That's what it is. You don't get everything in this life. Okay? This ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. Okay?
I said she rides hard for her friend, as she should. Just like that's why I guess Kandi has it.
And Shamia feels like Kandi is full of ish, okay, full of bullshiggity, because y'all remember on the One Speak on it where Shamia was on there, she told Kandi, you should have stayed out of it, you should have stayed neutral. Okay, and I think y'all heard in this video, well, I don't know what to say. You heard Kandi, well, I don't know what y'all want me to say. Stay out of it, like Shamia said. But Kandi don't know how to do that, because Kandi has an issue with Porsha, and will always have an issue with Porsha. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth. I know, but she don't like that girl like that. I think she'll try to be cool, for the cameras. She'll try to pretend to be cordial. She don't like Porsha like that. And that's why she's helping Kenya push this narrative. Okay?
Okay, so
I don't know if anybody, she'll give a percentage. I don't know if anybody on that show rides as hard for her.
For who?
For Kandi, like we would do. Now she will go hard. She will go hard for them, and that's what gets frustrating sometimes. She'll go hard for them.
Well, that's her personality.
Yeah, and they'll be like, they ain't gonna go as hard for her.
I think Kenya, Cynthia.
People ain't gonna go that hard for Kenya because they feel like they can't trust her. Kenya has a way, you guys, and I know some of you all are fans of hers, but she goes too far. She takes things way too far. And then is Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Yes, bitch. You did it. Okay?
They seem to.
We saw with the situation with Tanya, okay, and the cookie lady. We saw this situation with Bolo, and then Tanya left the show because Kenya coming up with all these stories about Tanya sleeping, with Bolo, with Porsha. Like, you going too far. Too much.
To go pretty hard.
I think everybody can fight their own battles, but like when it comes down to it and you need the allies, she gonna go hard for most of them. Like, allegedly, if there were things that happened in Charleston, she gonna sit there, I don't know.
Well, right.
She gonna go hard.
She is.
Even when.
She is Kandi.
Yes. Even when.
They might not have went so hard for her.
Or people be like,
but I don't think that's a bad thing. That's a good thing.
That's a good
that
thing.
speaks to her character.
Yeah. So she is gonna do it. She gonna go hard.
She gonna go hard for whatever. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. So she feels like you should.
Where Kandi is messing up is Kandi is not being consistent. She's not being consistently neutral. What I do like is what Kandi had to say about the LaToya and Drew situation. I completely agree with her on that, her stance on that. But with this Porsha thing, because what I told y'all, behavior reflects what? Intentions. The strongest intention always wins out. It's like, you got God on one shoulder and the devil on the other. Her constantly making these comments about what Porsha allegedly did, that is because there is a dislike for Porsha underneath all of that. Oh, I'm trying to be cordial. Oh, I'm trying to be okay?
Didn't speak on it.
Yes, absolutely. So I get it. I think that's part of it where you do know the behind the scenes. So, that whole dinner was some good TV, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
it was some good TV.
It was good. It was good.
It was like back and forth. What you gonna do? Yeah. It was good TV, but it left them where once they walked out of there, I don't think Porsha and Marlo will be friends again for a while.
Oh no.
For a while.
Oh no.
Because what I see later on is Porsha like, nah, she ain't my type of chick.
No.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end that video right there, honey. Y'all get down in the comments, honey. Let Miss Robinson know what you think about what Juan and Carmon, honey, got to say on this here. Speak on it. I will do a part 2 to finish up, what they are talking about, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.